Hey, Deebo, the fact that you couldn't really have an off season just because of your foot injury, do you think that had, I guess, just kind of a snowball effect, and you were never really able to be in peak shape, and that contributed to some of your injuries this season?
100%. I mean, before I broke my foot, I would probably say I was just in tune into everything and just going down to Nashville. And the day I broke my foot, it was just like, wow, like what happened? So, just really like trying to come back and get in the groove of things. I mean, this year I can count on both of my hands how many practices I had. So I kind of feel like due to the foot and then trying to come back, I never really got in the groove again, like to getting back to normal. And it's like it's kind of put more pressure on my body. That's why I would say like compensating on one side, know your foot still hurt a little bit, but you know what I'm saying, just trying to go out there and just do the best you can to support the team and help the team win. And it's just like just compensating on one side caused other things to happen, which is how I pulled my hamstring twice this year, and it was just like it was a rough year for me.
Following up on that, Debo, what are your plans for this offseason? How is the hamstring, first of all, and when can you kind of get back to work, and what are your plans to take care of that?
I mean, first and foremost, health is the first thing that I'm concerned about. Getting my hamstring right is the number one concern right now, and then after that, I mean, it's off to the races. I mean, the sky's the limit at this point for this team, and we know the things that we're capable of, and know what type of team we have, from the coaches to the players to everybody else. It's just like we're just trying to get back on track, and then just this year was just like we just kind of caught bad luck through the injuries, and like so, I mean, I'm be locked in as soon as I get the clearance from the training staff here in February 1st, and then after that, it's off to the races.
Deebo, where is your hamstring at now? Like, how healthy is it? And then also, how disappointing was it for you this season to not be able to do what you're accustomed to doing, following the momentum you had from last season?
The hamstring right now, I would say like I'm probably like a week or two out, being 100%. And I mean, this year clearly for me, it was real rough. Like I dealt with a lot of injuries in my life and through college, and like here I had a bumps and bruises here last year, and then this past season, like I never like got down and like mentally like I did after I pulled my hamstring this last game I had. Like it took a toll on my body, and it made me realize like health is the most important thing in this league, and just being available. So I mean, this all season, like I just stated, like I'm hitting the ground running, like no game's gonna be played.
Debo, you and Brandon in your rookie seasons both had some of the best statistical years in team history. What impressed you about what Brandon did this year, and what do you think the ceiling is for you two as key members of a receiving core going forward?
I mean, as a Brandon, like my first time seeing him down in Nashville, I knew he was gonna be that guy. Like I knew he was gonna be the player that everybody, you know what I'm saying, thought he was gonna be. And then we just got here and just seeing him move around and the length of his arms and like how he take care of his body and all type of stuff. So what he did this year was expected, you know what I'm saying, from my end. And just knowing like next year, like he was a rookie this year, like it's a lot to learn as a rookie. And I learned a lot myself. So I mean, next year the sky's the limit for both of us. Like if you just see the things that I bring to the field, and you see the things that he brings to the field, it's like and then along with Kittle and all the other guys that we got out there, I mean, the energy is gonna be unmatched, and just you know what I'm saying, we just ready to get back on track.
Speaking of the other guys, a couple of your teammates got a little emotional just talking about next year and how things might be different. Is there a sense that this team could look very different next year?
I mean, honestly, I don't even want to think about it, honestly, because like all the guys that we have here is just like I know we done built the brotherhood with them, and like just to see somebody like that you're really close with and know like they bring great value to the team may not be here this, that, and the third. Or, like I haven't really sat down and thought about it, but like I'm just like now that you say it now, I'm kind of thinking about it. It's just kind of crazy, like how this league is. Like you never know what coach is gonna be here. You never know what player is gonna be here this, that, and the third. But it was kind of rough. It's gonna be kind of rough though.
And Debo, one of the key players, obviously, that you're going to be dealing with is Jimmy Garoppolo. So I'm curious, what can you guys do together this offseason in terms of maybe sharpening your chemistry? And then, I mean, what's this year been like with both of you rehabbing so much? Did you guys spend a lot of time crossing paths in the training room?
I mean, honestly, we was kind of rehabbing at different points of time. You know, me and Jimmy joke a lot. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Deebo, you coming out here to throw with me today or catch with me this, that, and the third? Just the little things that, you know. Like, I love Jimmy to death. And, like, this offseason, I mean, hey, the sky's the limit for everybody out here in the office, from the receivers to the backs to the linemen to everybody. We just got to come together and know what we got to do to be who we want to be.
Deebo, just dealing with all those injuries and then being in Arizona and just the weirdness of COVID and all this stuff. How'd you get through it from a mental standpoint, and how did you not get down on yourself?
Man, I mean, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I got down a lot. I talked to Cal a lot. I talked to John a lot. Like, my mental has never been like there's been a couple of days, like, you know what I'm saying, just sitting in the room and just thinking about, like, I use football as a getaway. So, like, when football was taken away, I mean, you just think about everything you've been through in life, and it just kind of breaks you down. And, like, I was going through it bad. Like, I talked to John and Cal almost like 2-3 times a week just to keep my head on straight.
Hey, Deebo. You said you could probably count on two hands how many practices you were at this year, but Kyle Shanahan said that there's guys in this locker room that when you go out to the practice field, like, it's just an uptick in energy. You're one of those guys. George Kittle's one of those guys. Jimmy Garoppolo. What is it about you guys that you kind of change the dynamic at practice, and have you been able to pick up on that when certain guys come back to practice?
I mean, I think it's just the energy, and the guys know, like, what type of energy and, like, what type of, like, stuff I bring to the field. So I think give everybody like another confidence boost. Like, whenever somebody come off an injury, you know. So I mean, I just think it's just a boost of energy and the physicality and the mindset that I come out there with.
Deebo, George went kind of through the same thing after his rookie year, learning about how to take care of his body, how to be healthier. Is there anyone that has helped you going forward, trying to maintain that health, or has it changed your kind of outlook on how to take care of your body?
I mean, this year, I mean, I really couldn't do too much due to the foot, and then come back and play 3 games, and then pull a hamstring, come back and play a couple more games, pull the same hamstring again. So, I mean, I really can't say much, but like Wes Welker and Jordan and Kyle and John harps on, like, being healthy, and, like, that's gonna be the main key to me being successful.
Hey, faithful, don't forget to click here and subscribe.